Okay, this is Esstiel Plays Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. This is my second time recording it. It's the first time my audio sounded tinny and shitty, and I did it at 3 in the morning. It's now noon, so I should be a little more awake, a little less dumb, and this should probably go a little faster. I have played this before. Yeah, new game. I've done one recording already.
City of love, romance, and dreams.
For an old
So
Let's
they
Play
say.
channel I had that
I used to say too,
I did almost nothing
But
with
ever
except
since
play
that
this game and
day,
was done because I was doing it all on a
day
little
of the murder,
2008
I've always
MacBook Pro, so
associated
it couldn't
my
really
beloved
handle much of
Paris
anything. And I didn't have like the
with
setup
death.
for recording things on my 360 and whatnot. But now I do, so I can do exciting things. Woo! But this is pretty much just going to be a nice, relaxing upload and edit and whatnot for me when I want to take a quick break from Fallout. Just because there's so much that I have to do for those Fallout videos. I mean, not even so much just the playing part, but having to make sure that everything's synced and that everything makes sense and that all the audio is good. And some of the weird cuts that I have in my Fallout videos is because the audio for my commentary turned to shit. So I just cut it out and just, you know, put like stupid graphics, just cut sections out that I could. But yeah, I shouldn't have to deal with that with this. Very easy, very simple. This is a point and click game 100%. There is no fighting, no anything like that. It's strictly story and
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royale now.
puzzles.
You got an interview.
And a lot of the things you have to do, like to finish certain
No
things,
photos, so leave your gear at
like
home.
puzzle
He has
rooms
for
and
you
things like that, are actually kind of
personally,
really
that's why.
stupid.
Anyhow, this could be big.
Like
so
doing
if he
something
makes a
like
pass,
having to
don't
smash
forget.
one tiny little thing to
Just
prop open this
smile,
tiny little thing.
say
Like
yes,
it's
and
kinda
keep
dumb.
taking notes.
Anyway, so this is
So charming,
Nico Collard.
and so variant.
She has shitty hair. She's, since I talked over the whole thing, I'll just tell you, she's on her way to interview
He and his wife Imelda were
Pierre
just one step down from royalty.
Carchon. Yeah, Pierre Carchon.
Whoa!
And there is a
hate
creepy
mice,
fucking mime
but they
hanging
let
outside
you
his
hear
house,
them, they
and she
don't
apparently
go
thinks
away.
that's okay. She's just gonna let it happen. Oh, there's a mime hanging out. Okay, that's cool. Not a big deal.
Here I was, the palace of the media
It's like part where it is a
king
really
and the
fucking
ice
big
queen,
deal. He's on private property. It's just a fucking
I
mime.
pressed the
Why
doorbell.
wouldn't you,
and set in motion
like, as soon
a
as you
chain
walk
of
in there,
events
tell the
which
lady?
would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my
I'm
name
eating
is Nico
applesauce and I
Collard.
keep hitting my
I'm here to see Monsieur
pop photo
Carchon.
with my hand.
Come up.
Whoops.
We're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
Oh, that mime! I told you, bitch. That mime's up to no good.
Will you be
That mime's
staying for
motherfucking
the
Catwoman, cutting circles in the
Mademoiselle.
glass and shit.
I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, Madame.
Someone's bitter. Just a little bitter. Just a tiny bit bitter.
Ah, the talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon.
My jowls are
Oh, I'm
erect
sure
with
you
my
are.
pleasure
Call
in
me
seeing
Pierre,
you.
please.
The jowls.
I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father.
He
never
definitely looks
mentioned.
100%
He and I were
like
very
a
close. And
nasty
his
little
death,
politician.
So tragic.
Ugh.
I must. Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again.
You damned cat.
Another mini Raz, I suppose.
I guess that's what angry sounds like.
Excuse me for one moment.
And
Matilda.
awkward smiling.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps
You know, I'll
it's
find
the
that the
rest of
voice
world
acting in
getting
this
older,
game is a
Madame.
little overly done.
That was
That's
no
not the word I'm
cat.
thinking of.
God, what?
I'm
Monsieur Carchon.
over dramatic. Yeah, that's the word I'm thinking of. So yeah, that mime was bad, like I said. Like I tried to warn Nico, but she's fucking stupid. Didn't want to listen to me. And he came in and he shot
dead.
Pierre
I
Carchon.
must call the police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects. If I
Why do
hadn't seen
you
the
have a
attacker
list of
myself.
suspects? Why does this matter to
And
you?
if I hadn't
Shouldn't
come
you
across
just,
a couple
like,
of murders just like this already,
leave it alone? Be like, oh, I'm just a
one of the
journalist. I
most
should let the
important
cops
men
do
in
their
Europe
investigation.
murdered.
But no, she's not going
And
to do
here
that.
was I, Nico Collard, alone
I,
at the scene
Nico
of the crime.
Collard, whoever the
Should
fuck
I wait
you
for the
are.
cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
Okay, so essentially what this is saying is that you will click around on the shit, and it will tell you shit, and you will put shit together, and it will unlock shit, and then you will move on in the story. Yeah. You have a briefcase that's where you hold all your stuff. You click it, you can right click to or secondary click, whichever one. Left might be secondary click for you if you're left-handed, I don't know. On the stuff in your briefcase in order to examine it. And then you have a diary, so if you like back out of the game or you stop playing for like a week and then you come back and you're like, oh, I don't remember what the fuck I was doing, just read your fucking diary and I'll tell you exactly what to do, because she's a little girl and she writes everything down because she thinks her life story is like the coolest fucking thing in the world and that she is the savior of the little French world, I guess. Question mark, which is what they added in with the director's cut. It'll give you puzzle hints if you really get stuck. I don't want to use them a lot, but for the sake of not beating my head into a wall, if I do get stuck somewhere, I will use them. Because I'm doing this for fun and for something to record and, for something for people to watch. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see me losing my shit because I can't figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Or maybe you do. I don't know. We'll fucking see. Anyway, the spanner, they call it a spanner instead of a wrench. Some definitely European made, is where you save and restore and adjust your settings and all that crap. So there is 0 autosave. You have to manually save everything. Yeah. Anyway, so back. So here we are in the room, and you see the little circly thingies that tells you can do stuff. This lets you know you can look at things. This lets you know you can interact with things, and this right here that you can interact with it. And this tells you that you can investigate. Okay? So, we click, and she talks.
A bust of Pierre Cauchon,
Ambassador
humble
for
servant
France.
of La France.
So she's not very fucking humble servant if he has busts of himself in his own study. He's so fucking full of
The
himself.
bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Anyway, so let's look at his body. Let's check out the body.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary
No shit, it's a
man.
fucking murderous
I've
mime.
murderer
You
before.
goddamn
I've written
idiot.
about him.
It's a normal mime.
At least
No
that's
way.
what I'd call
No
him.
way. I had no fucking idea. Okay.
Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
That's creepy. Yeah, a lot of this game, whoever you're playing as, because you don't always play as Nico,
In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped backwards
she
with a
just
concierge
talks
ring. Taking the ticket
for
might be
no
tempting
reason.
evidence.
Like, she's narrating her own life story. Like,
Cauchon had been
no
shot.
shit, he'd been shot. Whoa. Pretty sure that's why we knew he was dead.
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down. I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow. I opened his eyes. Best to leave the crime scene as I found
She's just
it.
hovering over his
I
body,
closed
playing
his
with his
eyes.
fucking eyelids.
It was the least I could do for the poor
Anyway.
fellow.
So back out. Let's check this out.
Pierre Cauchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
Okay. Sorry, there is a... if you watch any of my other videos, you know, because I've mentioned it. There is a train that runs right behind my house. If you do hear that noise in the audio, it's because I can't really stop that without, like, holding the microphone in my lap. That's really
A
noisy.
small, round piece of glass had been cut out of the
So,
pane.
yeah.
This was a professional job.
Okay, so we've seen everything we can in here. So we're gonna head out the room.
The police could turn up at
Ooh,
any
no way!
Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find
Okay,
them.
alright. So let's check out your table. Ooh, girl, that's a nice table. Ooh.
With an antique cloth. Imelda had taste. But hey, with a husband that rich, taste is easy. A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune.
Okay. So, look at the table.
I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be
She'll
useful.
steal some more stuff. To use an inventory item on a background object, click on the item and hold the mouse button, and then you drag it. So, we have this tiny little hole here.
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
So, let's take our bobby pin, or hair clip as she calls it, because she's fucking stupid, and drop it all in there.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
You're so good at stealing people's things and rummaging through their stuff after they've been murdered. Oh, you're so cool. So, pick that up.
Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here.
Well, at least
I
she
had to
actually
get
questions
answers
it and isn't
before the
like,
cops
I could just
arrived.
take whatever.
And hey,
Anyway, so that's done. Now we're going to come over to the painting.
it was a tube of acrylic paint.
French
French
ultramarine.
ultramarine.
Berlin.
Just the color I was after for my bathroom.
Oh, that's
I'm
cute.
sorry, I have to go.
Who fucking
Someone is-
cares about your bathroom? Stop narrating your goddamn life. No one cares.
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Okay, so we're going to go talk to her.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
So, when you do start talking to people, you have options to talk about 3 different things. So we're going to start with her now dead husband.
I'm so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
So we'll still
Why
talk
did your
about him.
husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way.
Okay, so we'll talk about
How did your husband
her
know
dad.
my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Collard.
Thierry
I
Collard.
knew a lot of people.
You didn't know my
most of
father.
them.
Everybody knows my father except you, clearly, because your father's not really that fucking important. Jesus Christ.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
Rude. Okay, so in things like that, you can be nice. You can be mean. We're gonna go nice, because I know it'll get me what I
That's why
want.
I do this job.
You do it to see your name in print.
As if my editor gets the byline, I just do the work.
Well, don't expect my sympathy.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
Oh,
thing,
baby.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband,
You're
then
so
you
sad.
let me do the job, not the police.
Why?
Talk to me.
How do I know I can trust you?
Okay, so we're gonna be nice again.
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
Ooh, cold chill. Ooh,
I
ooh.
was onto his killers already, I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
Just,
All I
just,
You really
just.
do. And, of course...
Oh my
yeah,
god. Oh my
it
god.
was-
Okay. The conversations, a lot of them are really
Thank you.
fucking useless. Like, they
I
just...
promise you won't regret this.
Christ. Anyway, so, I've picked up the key. Oh god, that was delicious. Anyway, to the room that I didn't bother checking. No. Over here. Yeah. So you're gonna take the key, put it on the door, and now we can get in. So pretty much, as you can see, nothing
Now
too
we-
hard yet. But there is a lot of really obnoxious stuff that we have to deal with. Let's start right here.
The painting showed the Cachons de... What did I... There was the... Behind the picture was...
Okay, so this key goes in here. Now we open the safe. What's in here?
In the safe was some kind of...
Artifact.
There were strange symbols on its surface. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, but these symbols scratched into stone were impossible. I needed to find at least the stone was round. And what? Sure, I was...
Yeah, you don't really care that you're stealing. You're hoping to find something on this dude for glory. Anyway, so we just picked this up.
The artifact?
It's an old printer's block covered in symbols. We're going to take this right here. This paint. We're going to go over... Oh, let's just go over to the table first, and I'll show you what I'm going to do before I start doing it.
As expected, the desk was the blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical...
Anyway, so let's take the
My heart
elephant, because it's her daddy's elephant. Anyway, so you take the blue paint, you dump it in there.
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
She's so full of herself. It actually makes me really annoyed. Like, playing as Nico bothers me on an intimate level because she's so fucking full of herself. And she thinks she's just the greatest thing in the world, and she's really not. So yeah, we're gonna take this thingy, dump it in there. And then she puts the paint cover thing
until it was
back in her
coated.
pocket. That's the smart thing to do, right? You're gonna put this fucking thing back in your pocket. Anyway. So we're gonna roll it on the ink blotter.
Genius. The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say?
See, so that did that thing. We're gonna pick it up.
It was some kind of coded message. It read...
Subjudice. An SDSSDSS. That's important by BT dubs.
It means a legal case
Okay.
that is before the courts.
Remember that
Below it was a sequence of
SDSSDSS.
letters that made no sense.
You don't actually have to remember because it's going to be in your inventory.
I realized there was a connection.
Yep, connection. Blah 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 blah. Blah.
This wasn't the time for me to lie.
Anyway. Like, she just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. I would be so bad if she had anything decent to say. Anyway, so, we're done here. So we're going to talk to her.
Did you find anything useful?
This
Oh, Christ, I am tired.
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Wait, what should I eat?
need to know. He was
What should I eat for
By a
lunch
friend.
/ dinner? Because I'm probably not going to eat till like 5 o'clock. It'll be the one thing I eat.
No.
I can get
But I
Five
think it was important
Guys.
to
I
him.
can get
Always on
Chipotle.
Why?
It was carved
Taco
by
Bell,
my father.
McDonald's,
Oh, I see.
pizza,
Didn't know.
Chinese.
Imelda,
Mm,
I will do everything I can to find the killer.
I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
my dear.
We'll see.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
subjudice was the key. If there...
Okay. So, I'm now in Ile de la Cité.
Canchon wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here.
No shit.
Something that got him killed.
Anyway, so we don't really need to look at those because they don't do anything. But if you remember, that little handkerchief thing we had looked just like that. That little symbol right there? Yeah. So we're going to go over the door. And the door is locked.
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move.
But it does
A
have...
strange pair of locks.
two
stopped the
locks.
latches from releasing the gate.
It's pretty much like those block games where you just move blocks out of the way. Hopefully I remember how to do this. Yeah, okay. I got it. I got it. Alright.
One down, one to go.
Okay, so that one's done. So let's do the other one. There we go.
Nothing like a good convent education for honing.
Oh,
your
that
lockpicking
explains why you're so
skills.
fucking weird. You grew up in a convent. Anyway, so the door literally falls off, and you wander in.
For a room full of junk, this place was definitely
Ah, fish.
in
Ha!
more ways
Ha!
than one.
What a funny pun. It smells like fish in the boating area next to the river. That's funny. You told a funny joke. You should be a fucking comedian.
Oops.
Anyway, so there's a little bullet casing.
An old shell case. I wondered
I'm gonna
what
pick that up. Here's a door. So let's examine the door.
the words sinister and now any good. But what did
Okay, so we're gonna take that, stick it in there.
mystery solved with a sec?
Remember what I said? S D S S D S S S
As
D
another
S S D S S.
I love the sound of locks clicking open.
Now take that with you. Don't be dumb like me.
I
On your
removed
first
the-
time, just leave it in there, because the door will stay open without it. Anyway. So, I could do this the long way, but I'm just going to show you quickly. Take the bullet casing, sit it down on the floor. Okay? I know that sounds stupid, but sit on the floor. Come over to this thing. Lift it up,
Oh my god!
and it smashes the bullet casing. So let go.
There's nothing to.
Grab the bullet casing, or shell casing, or whatever she wants to call it. You know, we're gonna call it a bullet casing. You wanna know why?
The stone-
Because they call this a spanner. So fuck you. Anyway, you're gonna hold that back up.
lifting the cross close.
You're going to take this, stick it under there to hold it up.
The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
Take the thingy, put it in the hole again. Pretty much if there's a circular spot, put the thingy in the hole.
The artifact slotted in behind the old walls, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
Okay, so this door's open, but it's jammed, but you need something flat, so we're going to take our flattened bullet casing,
I removed the shell case.
and you're going to
The cross
use
didn't
it
drop back.
on the door. Because this thing is still holding the door open. Yeah! What? What are you talking about? Use it on the fucking door. Thank you. And you pried it open. Because if you were just gonna
Another
click
good
on it,
use for a shell case.
It-
Another secret room.
it would just say that there was a tiny gap underneath the door, but your fingers are too small to get it. Hey, look! You passed the red blinking light. Where? Ah!
What through?
Oh, wow, it's dark. It's really dark in here, guys. Wow, it's so dark. I can see pretty stuff, but it's dark. Maybe I should do something about the fucking dark. Alright,
Amazing. The thing still worked.
anyway. So, we come over to here. You look at the painting.
A door like that. Oh,
We look at the lock.
that wasn't going to help.
That is actually not going to fit our giant block thing, partly because we don't have it anymore. But, well, desk doesn't do anything either. You're gonna wander over to Karshan's desk. Or, not Karshan's desk, but whoever was using this desk.
It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk.
Oh, it looks like she's got paid. Whoever it is got a picture of you. Oh my god.
Was a printout with my personal information.
Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They write the what chocolate. Come on, guys. I'm a size 10. Who cares about that?
A picture of me taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it, and people were getting murdered.
Oh no.
The dregs at the bottom of it was. This was the article.
And here all the articles she'd read about the costume killers.
My suspicions were right. Carchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume. A penguin, and then a
murderous
snowman.
penguin.
But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon?
Anyway, so we're gonna pull that open. And there's gonna be a cipher in there.
Inside the drawer, I found a note
written in some kind of
code.
Okay. Now we're going to pull the drawer the rest of the way out because we're a fucking vandal and we do what we want.
Damn, don't you just hate it?
Here, you're gonna reach in there. And there's gonna be a picture. Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Photo, long lost, had fallen down. It was very... Behind him was... The photograph was cropped.
It's not cropped, it's ripped. Anyway.
And the photo...
So she wants to use that to write an awful thing about Carchon. But yeah, let's look at the cipher. The note has been written using a substitution cipher. This means that a different symbol has been used to represent each letter of the alphabet. To crack the code, you must correctly match all the symbols to the corresponding letters. Highlight a symbol, then highlight the corresponding letter. If you make a mistake, click on the Go Back button to step back, or you can reset the whole puzzle by clicking the Reset button. There's your Go Back. There's your Reset. So essentially, here's your puzzle. Here are the letters, and here are all the symbols. Not every symbol is up there because not every letter is used. Makes sense. So with these things like this, you want to start and try to find single letters. So this is not going to be an A because that's at the end, like someone's saying something. But this right here is going to be A. So let's find it down here and click A. Okay. So next we're going to look at our 2 letter things. So here we have this symbol, it's repeated here and here and here. So I'm going to guess and say that's T. Where is it? Where's that symbol at? Oh, there it is. T. So if this is T, then that's going to be an O. Yeah? Yeah? You see where I'm going with this? Okay. 2. It has 3 letters and starts with A. R and. So one of these is R, one of these is and. Let's look at this. All. That's the only word that starts with A and has 2 same letters. So we'll find that. That's going to be an L. Okay, so O-L-L-O what? F-O-L-O-W. So that's going to be an F. That's going to be a W. Fall report? No. We need another vowel. We've already used O and A. We haven't used E. Fell. No. Let's try U. Full. Is that the only U anyway? Shit, okay. T blank A-T. That's an H. So this could be want, or it could be wait. I'm gonna say it's an I. Partly because I actually know what the answer is. So, but, yeah, that's a B. But that's going to be an S. See, once you figure out one letter, it's just a matter of finding a word and figuring out that word and then making the rest of the words fit. This is an E. That's P, because this is going to be Pierre, because that's his first name, Pierre. So this is going to be R. Full report to follow, but this is to urgent. Yeah. Urgent to wait Arno and dead. That's D. Wait, I already used D. What? Anyway, this is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. We're gonna guess that's X.
I have
Yep.
decrypted the note.
There you go.
Yeah.
Food to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. Is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. Hug.
I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer murders. I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't? I had
Okay, so we're gonna go back to your apartment. See, the first time I did that segment, it took me like 45 minutes, and I cut 10 minutes off my time. Fuck yeah.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Bonsoir! I'm yelling into my phone.
You cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong?
I really hate that Ronnie is an American editor
Of course I didn't.
in France.
That's the best piece I've written.
Why aren't you
As far as I'm
French?
concerned,
It's important.
it's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Listen up, Nicole, and listen good.
Listen
Pierre
up,
Carchon
Nicole.
has a lot of friends.
Using your
Powerful
full name.
friends.
Nicole.
For your own sake,
Forget what happened.
you got it. End of conversation. Good night.
Rude.
This should have been my big break.
Oh,
I knew
oh
there was
no.
nowhere else to sell this
Oh,
story.
it should have been your
If Ronnie
big
wouldn't
break.
print it,
Oh
nobody would.
no. What are you going to do? Ooh, someone else is calling you about your big break. You could say this is
Bonsoir, Collard.
how you say good luck.
Collard. My name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Alain Court. I shall be wearing a grey overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
So some random guy in a gray overcoat is telling you to
Tomorrow
meet
at
him
8. I'll
at
be
a
waiting.
cafe to tell you things about stuff.
People complain about
Paper
newspaper
articles all the
all the
time.
time.
Not
But
usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. Good.
This guy, Plantard.
Good, you should be scared. You're
Could
just
I
fucking
trust
rummaging
him?
around in
Should
someone's
I
empty
let him
house.
forget
Or
your
something,
business?
not empty house,
Didn't
someone's
have an
house after they
answer.
died. Then you went running around in some secret thing in a basement sewage river thing. Anyway, so
I'd only been in
we're
Paris for a
introducing our
week,
other character.
but already I'd fallen in love with the
Naturally,
city.
he's American.
My latest discovery was a little cafe,
And
La Chandelle Verte.
Naturally,
I was pretty sure
he's
the waitress was
blonde,
speaking
blue-eyed,
German.
and white. I mean,
That old Stobart charm.
Why
I
not?
guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
But yeah, this was the introduction of one of the other characters. I still don't remember what his name is. But yeah, that clown was a bomber. That's cool, right?
As I picked myself up, I was really
I'm so mad.
The next minute, some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was
Wait for the cops? Of course not. You're gonna go find the clown and bring him to justice because you're an American and you're gonna shove your nose into things that don't have anything to do with you.
Fraternity,
right?
After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and the money, of course.
Anyway, so yeah, we're playing as this dude. Don't know who he is. But yeah, Paris vacation. Oh no, some guy just exploded. So yeah, this will be the end of part 1. We will start up again with our little white guy. Who, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, we're done. Peace out, bitches.